Hello everyone, I am Manoj Shankar Jagnade, Assistant Professor, DGICM, MB Department, Nagpur. Now we have the question, calculate Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So there are two variables given, x and y, and we need to calculate Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation. We have formula for this. Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation, it is denoted by R, and it is equal to summation dx, summation of dx into dy. Let's understand this. Summation of dx into dy means what? You have to draw a column of dx, you have to draw a column of dy, and you have to multiply those columns. Then you get another column, that is a dx and dy column. Then after getting that dx and dy column, you have to sum up, means you will get the summation of summation dx dy. So you can also write in this way to understand it better. Okay. So what is formula? Summation of dx into dy divided by under root of summation dx square into under root of summation dy square. The same formula can be written in that way also. Means it is under the bracket. So you have to find out this column first, and then you have to just make the summation of that particular column. Then you will get the entire value, summation of dx into dy. Okay, divided by that under root is separate. You can combine this under root because the value will be the same. There will be no change in the value. So single under root that summation dx square into summation dy square. So that is the formula. That formula we are going to use to solve the problem. Okay. So let's understand what formula is demanding. So what we have x and we have y. We need dx and dy. So you just have to find out dx. So how to find out dx? Simple. X minus x bar. So that is x minus x bar. Okay. So that you have x, but you don't have x bar. So for finding dx, we need to find x bar first. In the same way, we need to calculate dy. Formula will be the same, y minus y bar. So to find dy, we must know y bar. Y bar and x bar is nothing but mean values. So let's find out the mean. That will be x bar is nothing but what? Summation x divided by number of terms. So let's find the summation x. Just sum of that value and get the summation. So summation of x column is 560. Okay, and how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Means value of n is 10. So summation is 560 divided by 10 because 10 number of values are there. So x bar will be 56. X bar will be 56. In the same way, you also need to calculate y bar. Just find out the summation of y bar. The summation of y is 230 and 10 values are there. So summation of y divided by n. So 230 divided by 10, it will be. So what is y bar? Y bar we are getting 20. So by using these values, we can find these columns. Okay. So it is simple. Now x bar means what? X bar means 56 and y bar means what? 20. So it is easy to find out now. Just find out. 42 minus 56. How much? Minus 14. 52 minus 56 minus 4. 55 minus 56 minus 1. 60 minus 56 4. 66 minus 10, 68, 12. Just write 12. 65 minus 56, 9. 60 minus 56, 4. 58 minus 56, 2. And 34 minus 56, 22 minus. Okay. In the same way, you also need to calculate dy table. Y minus 23. So 11, y is 11. 11 minus 23, minus 12, minus 10, minus 5, minus 1, 26 minus so that will be 3, 40 minus 20, 17, 31 minus 23, 8, 27, 4, and 24 minus 23, that will be the 1, and 18 minus 23, minus 5. But what we need dx into dy. So here dx into dy will be the separate column. Okay. So you have to multiply these terms. So multiply these terms. I am also multiplying this. Into 12, this will be 168. Then 4 into 10, 40. Minus into minus, that will be plus. Minus into minus, that will be plus. Minus into minus, that will be plus. 4 into minus 1, that will be minus 4. Okay. In the same way, 30 and 12 into 17, 12 into 17, 204, 9 into 8, 72, 4 4 16, 2 1 2, and this will be 1 1 0 positive. Okay. So in this way we got all this thing. Now we just have to sum, because we need summation dx into dy. So that is dx into dy, and here we will get summation dx into dy. So just sum up 158 plus 40 plus 5 plus minus 30 plus 204 plus 72 plus 16 plus 2 plus 10. It is coming 543. Actually, there it is given. Okay, I have to calculate it once again. 168, 40, 5 minus 4, 30, 204, 72, 16, and 110. Okay. 643. Yes. 643. Okay. So we got summation dx and dy. So we got this value. Now we need to calculate this value. For that, we need to just square the dx term. That is dx. So we need to square that particular column. So we are going to draw another column, that is dx square. We need this value. So dx and square. So just square that particular column. 14 square is what? 196. 4 square is 16. 1. 4 square is 16. 10 square is 100. 12 square is 144. 9 square is 81. 4, 16, 2, 4, 22 square is 484, I think so. So just sum, make the sum of it. So we will get the summation dx square. So summation dx square is 1058. Just calculate it by your own. 1058. Okay. In the same way, we need to calculate dy square because we need that also. So dy square. Okay. So that is the column dy. We have to make the square of it, and we will write the values here. Okay. 12 square is what? 144. 100, 25, 1, 9, 2, 8, 9, 64, 16, 1 and 25. So just summation dy square. What we will get here? 674. 674. Okay. So we got all the value. Just see that value we got here. That particular value we got here, and that value we got here. So we got all the values. Now we will put the values in the formula and we will calculate the answer. Okay, so let's solve. So I will write it again. What is R? R is summation dx into dy upon under root of summation dx square into summation dy square. Okay. So R is summation dx into dy. Summation dx into dy is 643. 643 divided by under root of summation dx square is what? 1058. 1058 into what is summation dy square? 674. 674. Okay. So you just have to calculate this. I am calculating here. Under root of 1058 into 674. So 643 divided by, now we will erase that formula. Under root 21,923 into 674. I will write down the multiplication of it. 713,092. That is the multiplication. Okay. Now we will solve it. 643 843,092. So that will be 844.44. So just calculate it. 643 divided by 844.44. So it is coming 0.76145. So I got this value. So that will be your answer. You just have to check it out whether you are getting the answer or not. So in this way we have seen a problem of Karl-Pearson coefficient of skewness. I just want to tell you one thing. If that kind of problem comes into the exam, it is nothing but the free of cost mark, because it is very easy formula, easy to calculate, and very easy procedure is also there. Thank you very much.